Hey everybody, Bat Merc here today. Today I'm going to be reviewing Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead. Right here is the limited edition one. And this one's, it might be about 20 years old. I haven't taken it off the shelf for a while, but this is actually like the Necronomicon edition. And you can see there's some like weather and erosion too. I haven't touched this thing in years, and I just went and picked it up today and already found that it's kind of falling apart, but it's real squishy. I kind of wish that maybe they made it out of something else, maybe plastic or something. But yeah, it's really cool. It's so awesome. I think this is the best like DVD package I've ever had before. You can open it up, and it's basically like they put the Book of the Dead together, the Necronomicon, and it's something really cool. Some like to do maybe one day for maybe something cool like an add-on or a stretch goal for my endeavors. For some project someday. It's really cool. If you're into the Evil Dead, some crazy stuff. What I like right here the most is this this map. So this is basically supposed to be like a Sumerian Book of the Dead, based on the Egyptian Book of the Dead. So I don't know, maybe they can do like a movie where it takes place back then, and I don't know, maybe they have like a different character to, you know, play Ash, or is maybe Bruce Campbell could play him or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it's got that, and then it's got this right here where there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff in it. Just how the book and the movie was, you know, all the stuff that they went together. There's a lot of like special features too. If you watch the DVD, you can learn about everything about it. I haven't watched this thing in years. I remember I was up on the knowledge on my Evil Dead game. I used to know a lot of stuff about the whole franchise, but it's been a minute. But yeah, you can see there's all these different commentaries. Definitely check it out. Look at this guy's already falling apart. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into a review about this. Basically, the movie starts out, and it's these college kids from like Michigan. They go to this cabin in Tennessee, and they don't really say like what, you know, what the reason why they were going there or whatnot, but allegedly like one of them had a I don't know, a friend that like hooked them up with the keys to the house or something like that, or they like knew somebody or something like that, and they go there, and it's this guy named Ash Williams and his sister and his girlfriend and his buddy, and they go to the cabin, and basically they're getting there, and they pull up to this cabin, and there's this porch swing, and it's swinging, and they get up to it, and then basically it just stops swinging, and his sister's like sketching in this book, and she's drawing like a clock, and then she hears like spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen this, you're gonna hear some spoilers. She hears like something say like "join us." It's pretty scary, and the story kind of goes on. Her hand basically later gets possessed by this entity in the forest. This demonic entity, and they come upon this cellar inside of the cabin once they enter, and inside the cabin there's these, you know, head like a deer head on the wall and whatnot, and this cabin's iconic. It's been used in a lot of the Evil Dead franchise and whatnot, but you know, for those who haven't seen the Evil Dead, you know, I'm just kind of going into it. And the cellar, they come upon this book right here, the Necronomicon, the Naturian de Monto, the Sumerian Book of the Dead, Necronomicon Ex Mortis, and they also find a tape recorder by it's left there, and I guess an archaeologist lived in that house, and yet there's also like a Sumerian dagger, a Kandorian dagger, I believe, and yeah, they play the tape in it, and the doctor basically says like a spell in it, and it awakens this demonic entity in the woods, and that's basically where the movie starts up, really starting to get into high gear. Later on in the movie, Ash's sister kind of goes outside to see. She gets, I don't know, wants to go outside and see what's out there, and she gets attacked by a tree, man. It's like a demonic entity that basically attacks her, like violates her. It's pretty fucking horrific and scary. And she comes back in, and she wants to like leave, and tries to tell Ash to like take her home. And so basically, he finds the bridge and tries to take her home, and the bridge is ripped out. There's no way to get home. And they go back to the cabin, and they're just chilling, and they're playing some spades, some cards, And his sister just turns into this crazy demonic looking demon, and it's pretty crazy. Like I don't know, it's one of the scariest looking demonic possession things I've seen. The whole Evil Dead franchise, the way they do demonic possession, they just look terrifying. And yeah, man, she just is pretty crazy. She just keeps attacking them, saying "dead by dawn," and they they end up using the Kandorian dagger on each other, and all hell breaks loose. Yeah, I don't want to go into it too much, but I don't want to spoil it too much. But this whole first movie basically kicked off a whole franchise of crazy stuff. The what happens after that, the movie just kind of just gets full on scary. Like these three Evil Dead movies, you got Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. They're all different subgenres of horror, and this first one to me is the scariest one. The second one gets a little more sillier. It turns into like a splat stick genre, which is basically kind of like body horror, Three Stooges humor, where it's slapstick but with gore, so it's more like splat stick. And then the last one just turns into almost like a B movie, a B-rated movie, But if you know that going into it, it's all good. And then there's a TV show, and then I could get into that later. I will do reviews on every Evil Dead movie because they're all different. They're all different styles, but I kind of don't want to spoil this one too much. I'll spoil it a little more once I start getting into it later. But the takeaways from this movie is that the gore, the way the colors that they use for it, it looks really crazy and gross and disgusting and kind of different, And they pioneered a lot of new filming techniques, and the way they use stop frame animation. And one of the scenes at the end when some of the things are getting destroyed is pretty scary and creepy, and it's all done with just old school smoke and mirror tricks. You know what I mean? And I believe they created the ram cam, which is basically in the movie you don't ever really see the demons before they possess the humans. They just kind of fly around, and you just see from the demons' point of view from their eye. So when they would film those scenes, Sam Raimi and crew, the director, he would basically put a camera at the end of a stick and ram it through a window, so it would look like basically you're traveling as the demon point of view, and it's pretty scary and very effective and very original. Yeah, I'd never really seen anything like that before, so that was awesome. And the Deadite factor. You had a million different zombie movies come out, and not as many back in the day that you could really think of, but there was a lot, and there's even more now. It's basically saturated, but the whole Deadite factor was that the Deadites can possess anything. It's a demonic zombie, sort of. It's not like, other shows that we watch on TV where there's, they're just dead people that are brought back to life. These are straight up demon-possessed people, or monsters, or demons, or even animals, or what have you. So there's a whole lot of different things you could do with the Deadite, and it's completely live. It runs at you full speed. It's terrifying. I think the Deadites are the definitive scariest zombies, if you even want to call them that. I think they kind of, borderline into zombie territory. The scariest zombies you could possibly imagine or think of. And on film as well, personally. But yeah, that's basically what I got to say about that. If you can get this, I definitely recommend it. I give the Evil Dead 2 horns way up. I have seen the remake. It's a solid horror movie. It's scary, but to me, it does not hold a candle to this movie. So one day I will do a review on the Evil Dead remake. It is an awesome movie, but again, I love this one way more. It's way more terrifying. This one was crazy the way they put it together. They worked on it for 3 years. They filmed it in multiple cases, different schools and all kinds of different places. And they all met each other. It kickstarted Sam Raimi's career doing Spider-Man and Bruce Campbell doing all the shows. It kickstarted the special effects that they used at over in New Zealand to make Hercules and Xena. This is just a big movie, and it led to big things. So yeah, definitely check out the Evil Dead. It's a hard R. It's a big inspiration for me. Scary movie. If you want to, you could come over and check out this campaign right here. This is one I just backed yesterday, just launched. It's called KOZOR. And this one right here is, go ahead and check it out. It's like a dark fantasy. So it's kind of like Conan the Barbarian mixed with the horror elements. And this right here, KOZOR is, it's a Descent into Madness. It's a 48-page full-color comic book that tells a nightmare-fueled story of foul demons, grizzled warriors, and abundant bloodshed. Kind of like Evil Dead in some ways. The mighty warrior Chief Baron and his clan of swordsmen embark on a quest into the sacred swamplands of Numalar in search of the mysterious faceless people. But when they're attacked by a flock of flying beasts, their journey proves more fatal than they could ever imagine. So this is like highly detailed art. It's really awesome. Goes great with the horror genre. Again, if you're into like horror and Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson stuff, Evil Dead, Frank Frazetta, Conan the Barbarian, you're gonna be into this stuff. Yeah, this is really awesome. I guarantee you guys are gonna love it. Check it out. The guys that are doing this are very talented, stand-up, professional individuals, brothers, if you will. And yeah, it's an awesome looking campaign, KOZOR. And if you want to, if you're into Evil Dead, you could check out my book right here. It's Butch CLEAVER. It's a supernatural horror western, heavily inspired by the Evil Dead and Sam Raimi in general. About a brutal butcher who's killed and brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and that gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. So his main deal is that he has the power to do different types of bone weapons and can control bone. And yeah, we're doing really good. Just launched this book just over 2 weeks ago, and we're halfway there at 50%, 1,700. We're trying to get 3,500. So if you guys want to come check it out, I got a bunch of different perks. I just made a update today. We got this, everyone that backs the book is going to get these stickers right here. Also a trading card. So no matter what, even if we don't hit stretch goals, you're definitely going to get a trading card with the book and this cool sticker right here by 6 a.m. Comics. So if you don't know who he is, he's a really cool guy, multi-talented in Comicsgate. So if you want, check out these Comicsgate books if you can. I was also at the beer store today, and I came upon this badass metal Iron Maiden Trooper. It's a Sun and Steel sake lager by Iron Maiden, and yeah, it's made with sake yeast. So I don't know, I've never seen it before. I just came upon it, and yeah, a little bit of a backstory. Iron Maiden and Robinson's Brewery bring you Sun and Steel. Sun and Steel is a double fermented pilsner with crisp, refreshing taste and sake-like notes. The sixth beer from Iron Maiden vocalist Bruce Dickinson and Robinson's Brewery. The project was over 2 years in the making, blending creative thinking, British brewing excellence, and Japanese sake used to create a truly unique beer. Kanpai! So let's go ahead and take a crack at it. I'll let you look at my little Necronomicon. That one I was staring at the book while I was reading it, and trying to just do a little quick doodles worthy. So there's that. There's a badass Eddie on the cover. I love the Eddie, man. I love how Iron Maiden always has that Eddie on all their stuff, and it's cool that I always like it when bands have mascots. I don't know why. I just think it's cool. So yeah, just give it a tug. Wow, it's really smooth. Not bad. Very, very smooth. I don't really taste too much of the sake, but it's good. I am not gonna lie, delicious. I give this Iron Maiden Trooper Sun and Steel 2 horns up. And as always, folks, if you like metal, you like movies, you like brewskis, you like comics, then stop on by, ring that bell, smash that like button for metal, movies, and brewskis. You folks have a great day. Thanks for watching. Be bold and be brave.